We are still in your last theme, media, right? Yes. So today we will do speaking. Today the theme is newscasting. Oh my god. So don't worry, you will not have to memorize much of anything because do newscasters speak or do they read? Read. They read, right? From a telephone. Yeah. Tapi, I will score your intonation, your gestures, things like that. Okay, but don't worry, I'll show you how to do that later. Okay. So basically, we're going to have total 19 ya. Berarti jadi kalian bikin kelompok isinya 3 orang. Isinya satu anchor itu yang di studio, satu live reporter, dan satu lagi interviewee. Nah, satu kelompok berarti anchornya ada 2. Jadi coba kalian berunding dulu sekarang. Kalian mau kelompoknya bertiga sama siapa aja? Pas. Kalian sama
You're the one that's big. Okay. You're all speak. Yeah, but.
Okay, everyone, before we begin, can we have some ground rules? Number 1, I don't like rules. So, I'm going to keep the rules to a minimum. Okay. Number 2, I believe in the English class, when you want to drink, you're supposed to do it outside.
Yes.
So, please remind me if I forget. Number 3, can you please keep the noise to a minimum? I will allow you to talk as you please, but if you want me to be loud, I can be loud. But can we keep it down? Can we agree on this? Yeah. Okay. Before we begin on the newscasting, I'm going to teach you these 2 words that I learned in college. Oh, ketarik lagi, Kak. Kak. Oh iya. So I learned these two words in college. Do any of you know these words? Are any of you familiar with these words? No? Okay. So I won't be too technical with these words. So let's start with semantics first. Semantics is the immediate answer of things, the meaning of things. Contohnya, misalnya I need Doce. Doce, you have a nice shirt. Oh, thank you. Ada pujian, ada jawaban. Jadi fungsinya sudah terpenuhi sebagai jawaban. Tapi when you do that, when you only focus on the semantics, you're boring. Kayak masih ada nggak sih kalian yang pacaran kayak lagi apa, udah makan belum, udah jawabannya cuma gitu doang. That's boring, right? Nah, this is where pragmatics come in. Pragmatics itu saat kalian berbicara, kalian menambahkan informasi. You add information in what you say. Contohnya kemarin waktu di rumah sakit, my doctor asked me, kamu kuliah atau kerja? And I just answered kuliah. Ya kamu kuliah di mana? Gitu sama because I did not answer fully. When he asked me kamu kuliah atau kerja, I should answer, oh ya saya kuliah ambil pendidikan bahasa Inggris ya kerja ya. Jadi nggak cuma satu nanya, satu jawab, satu nanya. Okay, so when you understand pragmatics well, later on, if you want to use even bahasa Indonesia or English, you can use it well. You have to understand that kalau kalian ngomong, jangan irit-irit, tapi jangan terlalu banyak informasi. So far so good? Okay. Nah nanti, when you become a live reporter or a newscaster here, I will give you a script. But you can totally add your own comments, add more. Misalnya ada berita soal apa, kalian berkomentar soal itu. You may do that later on. I will give you plus points if you manage to do that. So our first activity is to see. Next slide, please. Yes. Can you delete the picture? Right. So these are things that you have to pay attention to when you are doing a newscast. You maintain eye contact. Biasanya kan kalau misalnya newscasting ada teleprompter kan ya yang di depan. Or sometimes you use paper. But you don't just read from the paper. You don't do that. Jadi kalian harus maintain eye contact. Award-winning filmmaker Jaya wants all to know the giant republic is more than political crisis. Jadi kalian bolak-balik dari mata kalian ke audience dan mata kalian ke paper. Next, speak clearly and loudly. In this case, usually louder is better, but too loud is not good. But the important is not. Nobody will hear you at the back. Okay? Especially since we are recording this. When I evaluate, I will not. So please speak clearly and loudly. And then don't speak too fast. So with this, you have to make sure that guys. Yes. So make sure that your words are separate, that your words are not blurred into each other. I want to reflect the marginalized Jadi kata-katanya seakan-akan nggak ada spasi. So speak with spaces, people. I want to reflect the lives of the marginalized. Pastikan your consonants di sini huruf-huruf mati kalian terdengar. B terdengar beda dengan P. Okay? Do not fully read from the text, yes, as I mentioned before. Don't hesitate too much. So this will be useful for any speaking. Misalnya kalian pidato atau apa. I want to reflect the lives of It's annoying. Kalau kalian nggak tahu mau ngomong apa, please just be quiet. Don't clutter with It's useless. I want to reflect the lives of the marginalized. He said, the best way is through films showing use appropriate So when you read as a newscaster, you won't really have a lot of this going on. But incorporate it as well as possible. When you want to emphasize on something, I want to reflect the lives of the marginalized. The best way is to, you don't have to flail your arms. No, and when you're a live reporter, biasanya kalau live reporter kan lebih luas ya, karena kan nggak di studio tuh. So you can do that. Oh yes, thank you. So we're right here with blah 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 blah. Yeah, you don't have to do this. Yeah? Okay, so we're going to look at an example, a video. Yeah, how to talk like a newscaster. Where are the lights? Can you please turn off?
How to talk like a newscaster. In this mixed-up world, people want a voice they can trust. Talk like a newscaster and give the impression that you're in the know. You will need a neutral accent, storytelling ability, conviction, good posture, a signature sign-off line, and a few pieces of paper. Optional, a weather report. Step 1. Lose your regional dialect. Actual newscasters frequently move between cities and need to have a neutral accent. Speak a little slower and enunciate carefully until no one can tell where you're from. Step 2. Tell a story when you talk. Think about each sentence's point and stress the words that best communicate the action to help your viewers understand the information easily. Step 3. Speak with conviction, whether or not you know what you're talking about. Maintain good posture and make eye contact with anyone you address to project confidence and knowledge. If you're completely uninformed, make up a weather report for the upcoming week. Step 4. Don't exaggerate when you speak. People wouldn't take a real newscaster seriously if everything they said sounded like a major development. Keep your inflection even and calm while still sounding engaged. Step 5. Loosen up. Speak in a conversational style and add a few laughs while you speak to connect with your audience. Then, when you've covered the day's major topics, utter a signature sign-off line and shuffle a few pieces of paper as the credits roll. Did you know, in 2010, 762 American television stations produced
Okay, we're going to take a look at another video. This is a real example of a newscast.
Tommy of the Indonesian channel in Jakarta, and this is your weekly look at the dynamic Southeast Asia region. Indonesia welcomed home 10 hostages released by the extremist group in the Philippines. The 10 sailors were kidnapped on March 26 by Abu Sayyaf Islamic militants and freed on May 1st. The release came a week after the beheading of a Canadian hostage. The group continues to hold citizens of Malaysia, Canada, and Indonesia, among others. Indonesia said the release came after a joint effort, but without the payment of a $1 million ransom demand.
Perlu saya sampaikan bahwa banyak sekali pihak yang telah bekerja sama dalam pembebasan 10 WNI ini. Oleh karena itu, saya ingin menyampaikan terima kasih dan penghargaan kepada semua pihak, seluruh anak bangsa yang telah membantu proses upaya pembebasan ini.
The Abu Sayyaf began the kidnappings in the early 90s. It emerged as an offshoot of a separatist rebellion by minority Muslims in the southern Philippines. Authorities in Thailand were back on the trail of elephant hunters. Agents seized 315 kilograms of African elephant tusks on April 5th at Bangkok's International Airport. They say a Kenyan national was due to pick up the shipment valued at $800,000, but that is believed to have fled the country after the confiscation. Thai authorities alerted counterparts in Kenya, who then discovered 561 more kilograms of ivory tusks waiting to be shipped to the same man. This was the 5th African ivory seizure this year in Thailand. A new prime minister took office in Vietnam this month. When Xuan Phuc was inaugurated on April 7th, this comes at a time of soaring public debt, a serious budget deficit, and China's growing assertiveness in the South China Sea. Wen was picked at the Communist Party's Congress in January as the sole candidate to replace Wen Tan Yu. The year of 2015 was a rough year for Malaysia and other ASEAN states. But as the Malaysian currency rebounded, so has foreign investment. ASEAN Today's Fani Radiastuti has the details.
Back to the slide, please. Yes, next one. Yes. So this will be your assignment today. So in the first session, you've already done the first part, right? One anchor, one live reporter, one interviewee. And then I will give you these sheets. And you can decide who will be the anchors, who will be the reporters. Each of you will have different news, by the way. So later on, the interviewee will only answer questions from the start. To make sure that everyone has their scores in newscasting. In the first session, the interviewees for the later session will try out as anchors first. And then later on, they will be interviewees. Pada ngerti? Ya. Jadi, nanti live reporternya yang interview, reporternya yang interview, live reporter sama anchor sama, you have to do the same thing. Tapi interviewnya cuma jawab aja. Nah, maka dari itu supaya kalian semua bisa dapat nilai newscasting, yang interview di sini jadi anchor dulu di sesi pertama. Oke?
Ini cuma 2 orang.
Nggak, tetap 3 di sini. Nanti interviewnya ada. Anchornya ada 2. Soalnya kalau ini anchornya jadi teknik dulu. Ngerti nggak? Oke, nggak apa-apa. Nanti if you have problems, ask me. Okay, I will go to each of the groups. So now you can fill up the names, the time of your show, the name of your show. You can decide for yourself. Jadi interviewee pasti jadi anchor.
Good morning. I can show you.
Nama kalian nama panjang ya yang di situ pronounce. Tapi when the anchor is interacting with the live reporter, you can use your first name. Tapi when you sign off, full name.
Minum ya.
Kevin yang mana?
Ini dong.
Kok Kevin yang tik?
Sekolah nih. Kalian sesi pertama maju sendiri. Nah di sesi kedua, you will be the interviewee. Baru yang ngomong. Sesi pertama, the interviewees will do it individually. Sesi kedua, you will do it in a group.
Pas lagi kita di interview jawabnya.
Ada di situ ya. Boleh nggak sih?
Kita jangan yang interview pada datang dulu.
Yang interview.
Yang di interview.
Iya, you.
Iya beda aja.
Isi dulu kamu.
Oh, boleh di season 1.
Satu menit lagi ya.
Itu harus ngomong semuanya gitu. Ya. Itu harus semuanya gitu. Yes. Baca.
Ini apa? Di sesi kedua, baru kalian yang interview beneran.
No, seriously.
Your news report.
This is the one. Thank you.
What are you?
Nama newsnya apa nama kamu?
Good day, huh? It's my birthday.
Oh iya, ini acaranya.
Kalau mulai namanya, kalau akhir namanya.
Oh iya, oh iya.
One question ya, malam ini. 4 minutes.
Good morning and welcome to.
Kalian jangan takut nggak grammatical atau gimana. Yang penting body language kalian, eye contact kalian, itu tips saya yang tadi ya.
Adit.
Welcome to Good Morning Indonesia with me, Aditya Badi. We have a variety of exciting announcements in this world of entertainment today. Joe Taslim has to South Africa for Warrior. Indonesian actor star Joe Taslim has left for South Africa Warrior, an American TV series produced by Cinemax. As reported by Kompas.com, As reported by Kompas.com, Joe confirmed he would leave on Thursday for Cape Town to start work on the war drama created by National Okay? Sampai yang duluan.
connect with the global Indonesian diaspora researchers. Dubbed the next candidate for his achievements in aerospace engineering, Dwi proceeded to be an assistant professor at Delft University of Technology in Netherlands. His team has reportedly successfully launched a satellite launch vehicle, also known as the Apollo V-7. However, it turns out the local scientists have fabricated many of his achievements. On October 7, we released a 5-page clarification letter on the official website of the Indonesian Student Association in Delft, in which he apologized and admitted his mistakes and also cleared up some of the false information that had been circulated in the public. Thank you.
Okay, maybe. One, two, three, go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Maintain Report with me, Marco. Researchers have uncovered widespread evidence of a link between traditional Chinese cartographies and the liver cancer causes, as 26 The findings suggest stronger measures are needed to prevent people from consuming chemicals called aristocolic acids or AA, which are derived from the modifieds of the aristocolic plant family, said the report in the Journal Science Translational Medicine. The acids can be found in some traditional Chinese medicines that are given during childbirth to prevent parasites and promote healing. Researchers tested 98 liver tumors that were stored at hospital in Taiwan and found that 78% contained mutation patterns that indicated cancer were likely due to contact with the chemicals studied. However, there is no outright ban in China or Taiwan, and only specific plants rather than any plant and product containing AA or its derivatives are regulated, making it hard for consumers to avoid them, said the report. Thank you. developing with AI specialist representation from cancer robotics. Sophia, the appointment was made public during the future investment initiative held in the Saudi Arabian capital. The robot also entertained several queries from the panel, mostly about artificial intelligence. The move, meanwhile, is the countries were promoting development of robotics and AI. So somebody, however, pointed out that the same rights are not being given to individuals in the country.
Thank you. One, two, three, go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Food with anyone as an interview today. Those craving for cheesy meals may want to try complain. A semi-hot cow milk cheese that comes in wheel-shaped blocks. According to the Straits Times, the cheese is produced in Alpine regions of France and Switzerland and is known for its nutty flavor and gooey texture when melted. Now, cheese lovers do not need to go to Europe to sample it. The Jakarta Post has spotted 2 eateries that are serving reclaimed cheese in Jakarta. Lily Brother Cheese and Steam owner Alfred Snyman told the Post that regular cheese is usually served with pickles or potatoes. However, the restaurant chose to serve it in a different way by combining it with steak. In addition to reclaimed cheese, the restaurant also serves steak with other types of cheese, such as blue cheese and mozzarella. With price starting from 129,000 rupiah and as much 9.5 US dollars. This is Dewana. Thank you and have a good day.
Okay. We have entered our second session. Are we ready for the group presentations? Or do I need to give you 2 minutes to prepare? Okay, maybe let's start anchor di sini, live reporter di situ ya. Jomcik. Headers go ahead. Kalian topiknya adalah okay, everyone. Ready? Yes, 1, 2, 3, go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Newscasting with me, Kevin Hyman. Today, we have some interesting news from one of the most leading topics in Indonesia, which is food. Jakarta-based coffee planter company caters to adventurous customers on a regular basis, as it sends out its subscription-based box of unannounced beans coffee drinkers. Established in 2016, founder Alif Said said the service caters a response to the increasing trend of coffee drinkers choosing and brewing their own coffee everywhere. The company creates laws from across Indonesia and the globe that it sends out every 2 weeks without telling subscribers what they will get. It's only when it arrives on the doorstep that the coffee bean is revealed. Almost 2 years later, Arif-side customers have become more advanced in their knowledge and curiosity over coffee. We found that they were craving for something more. Arif-side during audition, media gathering at Clothing HQ in South Japan. Beginning in September, the company launched its Black Package, a package set for the world's best and rarest coffee. Best, however, also means it comes with a higher price. Now, what not many people know about nasi padang? Nasi padang, also known as Minang-style rice with various side dishes, is among the most popular local cuisines. The dish is really loved by many. A Norwegian singer, Audun Rostan, even painted an ode to nasi padang recipe. Despite its popularity, there are many unknown things about nasi padang. We have our field correspondent, Nicholas Pinker, live in Marco Padang Peranakan Restaurant, Executive Chef Jaya.
Thank you for the report, Kevin Michael. Good afternoon. My name is Nicholas Peter, and I'm reporting live here from the Marco Padang Peranakan Restaurant with Executive Chef Dewandaru. After speaking for a while with Dewandaru, we have discovered interesting facts about nasi padang that not many people know. When we eat nasi padang, we don't have a lot of time to think about what we're eating because we're often too wowed by the food or too hungry to think beyond what's on our plate. Now, to begin our report, for those of us who don't know about food too much, what is a nasi padang?
Well, nasi padang is the mixture of meat, fish, vegetable, and spicy sambal eaten with plain white rice. So we can have gulai, rendang, and seafood.
Now, I've eaten before at a Padang restaurant, and I noticed there are two types of chili. Now, the first question is, what's the difference between most red chili and Padang red chili?
Well, the difference is Padang chilies have a brighter color and no water content. Because of this, they can be kept in the fridge up to 6 months.
Now, from what we know, rendang is the most popular food when it comes to nasi padang. What is actually a rendang?
Well, rendang is actually not the name of the dish, but it is a cooking method using coconut milk and various ingredients. The technique can be used to cook different types of things like including beef, chicken, eggs, and even unripe jackfruit.
For the third question, well, I've heard many facts that told you that nasi padang is actually not a healthy food. Now I am speaking to you, is padang food healthy or not?
For your answer, Padang food is usually associated with high cholesterol and unhealthy dishes. Beef in gulai, for example, contains collagen, which is good for the body. It's the reheating process that makes Padang food bad.
As you have heard from this interview, there's a lot that we don't know about nasi padang. Now, because all this talk about food is making me hungry, I'm going to eat some of that nasi padang. I'm Nicholas Peter. Back to you, Kevin Michael.
Thank you, Dewandaru. It's quite clear that there's always something interesting about food in Indonesia. That's all for now on News